for that drop the ball and catch play pretty much every chance he gets. And also on this team, on the right side from our perspective, is John Wu, number 28, who's represented Canada on the national stage 3 times now, I believe.
At this point, it seems like everybody is just waiting for the whistle.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's ready to go, and there we go.
There we go.
Off the rush.
Snapping it off to Barry. Barry going nicely underneath that throw.
Chris Barry, a veteran of dodgeball. And there we see Chatterton with the block.
Chai's trying to feel out his opponents there.
And he gets hit out.
Yeah.
Do we know if it's Chai's or Cheese?
Could be Chai's.
I'm going to have to double check with him. I'm hoping it's Cheese just because it makes it more fun for me to say, but.
Yeah, very cheesy player.
Oh, there we see a good shot from Waddingham.
I bet you it's Shies.
Waddell knocked out there as well. Wu holding the line but gets hit out. He's looking to fish for that ball that's right up at the line. Waddingham throwing to recover it, and he does get grazed, although he does manage to retrieve the ball that was just over the line.
It was looking dicey for Arsenal there, but then they got 2 hits to bring it down to 3-on-2, which is much more manageable. And Barry gets tagged on the right shoulder.
Yeah, Chatterton with the full windup, committing to that throw. Yeah, and there we see a pretty quick point to start things off.
Yeah, Z-Warriors definitely throwing all their balls there. It was the right decision to make, but like you were saying earlier about them playing a hard and fast game, most other teams would have held a ball in reserve, but there's just too many to block at that point. It's overwhelming. It's a different style than the typical metagame that we're going to see out here. And it very well may pay off for them.
Well, we will see how they choose to play this one. Ooh, Cheese with a nice little slider, or sorry, screwball. He's got a lot of movement on his throws in addition to the velocity, so let's see.
A good catch from him, and he doesn't fall onto the line. It's very close.
Yeah. Hustis also a national team member for 3 years running.
Oh, nice block from Westbrook there, right up top. Sorry, Washbrook.
We also see Eric Ceruto, number 18, who's represented Canada so far every year that there's been a international championship. Arsenal low on balls now with none in hand. Cheese gets hit out.
Same with Washbrook.
And Washburn as well, yep. And Webster. That is the danger of giving up 6 balls. It is very easy to lose your members when you face a team that has good, hard, accurate throws.
It is my opinion that a ball is worth more than a teammate. Because you can have 6 players on your side of the court, but if you have no balls in hand, you might as well not have. Oh, I see what you're saying about looking for those catches.
Yeah, but he's missing. He's a little frustrated with himself. Tabernor going over that last ball.
A lot of intensity there from Z-Warriors, I'm noticing.
And you see 3 balls toward Laking. And right away they square up. They don't even take that much time to settle down and size up the shot.
Shot from the knees there.
And now in the 3-on-1.
Oh. Handel coming up.
Wow. Oh. Little confident ball flip away from Waddingham there. Well played.
That was a beautiful catch.
You can see Andel kind of smiling as well.
Can't be upset when somebody doesn't play like that on you.
Yeah. He made a good play. It's just Waddingham made a better play there.
Yeah. Almost any other player, Andel would have had him. But just managed to slap the ball into his thigh and keep it. Oh, missed snap there. Looks like Arsenal actually kind of grouping up a little bit into each other there.
Yeah, and Z-Warriors will look to threaten the bunch up if the other team does it a little too much. And Eustis, I think, hit out there, yeah. Chatterton as well, so.
Missed the block on that one. Ceruto staying on the knees.
And so we have 6 strong for Arsenal. That shot connecting onto D'Agostini. There. Arsenal with their first substantial player advantage.
But still at a ball disadvantage. So can Z Warriors close that gap a little bit? You can see Arsenal too looking to bring it back up. Their default, like especially from Andal, seeming to be the moment a ball goes over top of him, he just starts charging the line, putting that pressure on. Nice trade.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a trade. Hoover gets knocked out, but.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Ceruto's been in this kind of situation before, although not long this time, as he does get tagged out.
Arsenal's on the board.
Now Webster connecting, and gets Arsenal their first point. So they are now only down by a score of 2-1.
Is the scoreboard visible from where you are? Because it is completely invisible to me.
Oh no, I can't see it.
Oh.
I'm just trying to keep track.
Oh man, you're like that blind guy on Jeopardy who just kept track of the board by memory.
Can't say I watched Jeopardy.
I didn't either, but I do remember that being in the news all the time a number of years ago when he was just tearing it up.
Z Warriors look to be really fast off the rush. They hit that ball onto Barry before he's got much of a chance to defend himself.
It's like Webster's taking a shot, which just goes barely underneath.
Looks like a 1-for-1 there.
Laking moving Waddell over to the left position.
At this level, most players comfortable in multiple positions.
You have to be. The moment that you lose one of your wingers, somebody has to just take it.
Chatterton playing aggressive at the line, drawing in another ball, keeping himself alive. Now Z Warriors, they're going to be on offense with the extra player.
Washbrook going over top his target there. Nice dodge from number 55 on Z Warriors.
But Chatterton knocked out in the exchange. Eustis is going to take over that corner. And he clears a ball.
Ceruto making the call.
Arsenal with just one ball, and that does not enable Webster to stay alive for very long, unfortunately. But at least gets a couple balls back for his team. They can protect themselves. Some good team play.
Nice jump from Laking, and a really good counter there from Washbrook.
Laking committing to the ground there, staying alive, and he's the only member of his team left.
This would be a chance for him to shine. So far, we haven't really gotten to see much from him. Oh, wow. Now, I just want to say that was beautiful there because number 11 on Z Warriors not knocked out yet, so he took the shot anyway. Because you're not dead until the ball dies.
Yeah, and in a situation like that, I think it's worth taking that shot. The player is pretty close to him.
Only one player left on the opposing team. You might as well take the shot.
And now Ceruto and Tabernor for Z Warriors are going to try and close this out. Laking going to try and make sure they can't, but he does get hit. So Z Warriors with a pretty strong 3-1 lead.
Barry bringing the ball up. Passing it off to the retrievers to let them set up.
Let's see, we can't see who the other shagger is, but on the left side we've got a member of Bon Echo, which is Ontario's individuals team, doing the ball retrieval duties.
I believe they're calling a false start on Edmonton.
I didn't see the hand signal, but could be. Definitely a false start.
You only get one false start per half, then this is a snap again, but Waddell manages to sweep it back, so not the end of the world.
And it looks like D'Agostini was able to connect with Cheese off the rush there. Good shot onto the knees of Waddingham.
Beautiful sweeps here from Z Warriors, keeping the balls on their side.
Breezeball, when he's been allowed to stay alive and in the corner, he's been doing some work. Ooh. We see a high shot onto Endel. As he jumped, he still got tagged in the head.
Yeah, I guess they made the right call on throwing high on him.
Nice little curveball thrown toward Tabernor. Washbrook as well, a little cross court, but in this case that just arms Z Warriors with 4 balls, and now a 5th one comes in. Brisebois confident taking the shot, but he missed the mark there.
I'm noticing Arsenal is keeping their ball on the wing rather than moving into the center money ball strategy as we know it locally.
You see a couple of shots from Z Warriors there. And I think that is the end of the half signal. So at the end of the half, the balls are redistributed to be 3 per side. Everybody starts on the back line. And whoever wins this is going to take the final point of the half. Z Warriors playing a little cautiously to start. Wu takes it and misses. You see a little cross court there, missing Washbrook. D'Agostini, oh, wow. He's going for it.
And he got punished by 2 balls, but when you take 2 shots, that's actually a good thing because that's 1 ball that didn't need to hit you.
And he was already going to be out regardless because he didn't quite find that ball, but now Washbrook alone gets hit out by Chatterton. And Z Warriors with a strong first half over Arsenal. 4-1 lead.
Arsenal putting on a good show as well.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of great throws out of Arsenal. It's pretty good teamwork, always important as well. And Z Warriors, even as the 3rd place finisher in the Ontario Provincials, probably have to be seen as one of the contenders to take things. Ontario, pretty deep province for competitive talent, having played this style for a very long time compared to most of the other provinces. They've just kind of got an edge of experience. That said, though, more and more teams from other provinces have been kind of closing that gap over the last couple of years. We've seen some notable high finishes from teams out of Halifax, Manitoba, Prince Edward Island. And perhaps sometime soon, maybe even this year, we'll see a non-Ontario team take the Canadian National Championships.
It's possible. With other provinces taking it as seriously as Ontario does, it's only a matter of time, as well as players age out of the game. And there you go. Shai's just getting knocked out real quick. I've got to imagine they're targeting him earlier just given the strength of his offensive capabilities.
Exactly. Having faced off against him last year, I can say that his throw is very good, so I can see the priority in trying to take him out when you feel like you've got a good chance to do so.
If I remember correctly, didn't he break something or dislocate something last year at Nationals? I do recall somebody from Edmonton being on the ground in extraordinary pain. It's like a bad dodge or something to that effect, like fell to the ground and then just dislocated something and popped out the joint. I thought it was Chaz, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember for sure. Hopefully everybody is okay, though, this weekend.
This team called a timeout?
I think so. This play is definitely paused, but it's the Arsenal talking about what they're going to do next. They are being told to start on the back line. Waddingham too. Get back there.
Nice little dance to the back. Beautiful. Oh, I thought that was a beautiful block. I was incorrect.
So it looks like Webster does get hit out.
Yep.
And
did you see that catch there from Waddingham?
Yeah, as he falls to the ground, he makes that catch. On the other side, the player hit out, and Z Warriors take another point.
No, Z Warriors seems to have calmed down a little bit. They came out to this game with just ferocious intensity. Now it seems like what they're doing is just kind of trying to ride that momentum right through to the end.
Yeah, you don't want to ease up and change too much of how you got here, because that often can open the door for the other team. But it is also a long tournament. Z Warriors expecting to make a deep playoff run. They are not going to want to burn themselves out.
They started the game while one of the ball retrievers was still on the court. I don't believe that's a false start for anyone.
Yeah, I did not see the false start signal, so you may well be right. This ball retriever is not allowed to actually be in play. Hoover kind of flubbed the pitch back to D'Agostini, who still faked it. But it didn't save Hoover. He did get hit out there on the opening rush.
Looks like D'Agostini taking the throw.
Barry tagged out there. He went low, but that throw was on the mark.
Houston's trying to explain a play there to Chatterton. Laking with the block.
Chatterton's throw going a little high. Laking, I think just got missed there by the throw from Eustis. Z Warriors going toward Washbrook in the corner. But he does a good job of keeping himself alive. And now Chatterton and Wu pressuring Arsenal. Oh, Chatterton, I don't think that, yeah. Made the catch for style points, but no such luck. Now Arsenal staying alive. They've still got 5 strong.
The whole world's shaking and everyone's breaking.
See, I think Laking calling the play there. They missed Ceruto with a couple of shots, and Eustis finding a counterattack. Webster knocked out as well in the exchange. Now Z Warriors with the player edge, 4-on-3.
Wu making the call.
Washbrook, I think, getting hit out just on the foot there. One of those rare players who's playing in full-length pants. Waddell missing. He's got a good hard throw.
Something I think that we're going to see coming up in the next few years is baggy clothing is just going to go away, because clothing hits do count. And I think as players start to take it more seriously and start to just get over it, we're going to start to see tights on the men as well.
Nice shot there onto D'Agostini, where he could not make that catch. Laking trying to make it as easy on himself as he can to make this point happen for Arsenal.
Yeah. You can see they come from a rubber background as well, so it almost looks like that pinch throw style that you were describing me before. Not that he's actually pinching, but if you look at the way that Laking releases the ball, it's definitely much different from most of the other players that we're going to see, and I imagine that comes from the rubber background.
Laking was eventually hit out there. Z Warriors at another point. So at this point, the score is most likely out of reach for Arsenal, but that does not mean you don't want to do anything other than fight for your next point. Again, those points are important for morale, as well as for tiebreakers in the standings. And there's a catch. Hoover catching Barry off the rush as he fell. Nice grab.
Barry also got tagged by a ball that went up. It looked like it could have been a team catch, but nobody was in that spot, unfortunately. Just bad luck.
Now Z Warriors to the line.
Beautiful tag on Chais there, right on the foot.
Yep. We see Z Warriors connecting quite a bit.
Oh, wow, Waddell getting hit, I guess nicked on the knees as he tried to go over the ball.
Yeah, couldn't quite clear that.
Oh, Laking with a nice little dodge. Wasn't paying attention and then caught out of the corner of his eyes and got out of the way. Great skill to have, just in life in general. Oh, Laking trying to take the cross on Chatterton.
Yeah, although it did knock out Waddingham. But again, Arsenal down to just 1. Webster looking for Eustis. He goes low. He just stays at the line and dares the throw from Webster before committing to the ground.
You know, with that many players on your side versus just 1, sometimes it's better to just get a ball out of their hand. Yeah, looking for the catch and not making it.
Yeah, once again, I feel like when you are 1 on several, committing for that catch is often a good idea. And Z Warriors now, I believe it's a 7-1 lead. Barry just missing and gets hit out by Waddingham. Once again, good rush play by Z Warriors. It's a nice little curving throw
I was actually going to comment on that. That was a very visible curve to that one with almost like a downspin to it as well.
Yeah, I saw Cheese giving a little nod of appreciation for the throw. Some number 96 on number 96 throw violence, but no such luck so far. Cheese stays in. Baits in another throw, too.
Oh, wow. You see that one there on Chatterton. Just caught him off guard.
Waddingham staying alive with the low blocks. Now Arsenal to the line. See Waddell with the throw. Staying alive. Hoover gets hit out. That one popped up, but I don't think Wu was in a position to make a play on it.
Arsenal looking to put their second point on the board. With a 5-2 player advantage, they could possibly do so, but Z-Warriors definitely going to do everything they can to prevent that from happening.
D'Agostini with the confident throw. There's Cheese just teeing off at his head.
You know, even with only, one game on the board for most teams, it feels really good to be top of the standings. Or I should say it must feel really good. Not a position I've been in personally, but one of the reasons why you want to just press your advantage and get as many points up there is if you place first in the standings, it can be really good for your team morale. And
we see D'Agostini, the last one standing.
yeah, dropping the ball, looking for the catch, like you said.
Yeah, he's a confident catcher. He's got a pretty good throw as well.
Nice jump there, too.
Yeah, he's going high.
And he's got all 6.
Yeah, this is where you want to be. If you're 1 on 5, you at least want all 6 balls.
I'm surprised he's not running the throw clock at this point. That would be the typical way to play this.
I don't think that's the Z-Warrior style.
Nope.
On bouncing before it hits Cheese. D'Agostini looking aggressive with his throws. Gets low under that shot.
Every time he throws, he's going to get countered, and I'm sure he knows it.
Ball bouncing just before it gets to him. Waddell putting it just a little short. Now Barry's going to be the aggressive one, takes the shot.
And he's got 6 again.
And I think the call is that it caught D'Agostini up high, so.
That was a hard one to see. I imagine that down there on the court it might be a little easier for the refs to make the call.
Oh, actually, maybe it's just sudden death.
Oh, it is sudden death. You are correct.
Saw number 96 shaking his head, so I thought maybe he'd been called out, but doesn't look like it. Right, well, sudden death makes this a little harder. Good block.
Can't block in sudden death, my friend.
And he is done.
That's why there's so many memes about it.
Yeah, but it's one of those instincts that's hard to change.
Yeah. You see him just laughing it off. They won the game regardless, right? So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so if I've kept track as well, seeing as we can't actually see the score, that was a 7-2 victory for Z-Warriors over Arsenal.